Hey everyone, Joy from Sunday Sounds here. Let's take a look at our patch designed in the style of Awake My Soul as originally performed by Hillsong Worship. We play the song in its original key of F and at its original tempo of 127 BPM. There are pads and pianos, only at mod wheel 0. Then we've got a dulcimer and a flute layer in as you bring it up a bit to 25. As you continue to move up the mod wheel to 100, you'll hear strings, pads, bass, and choir sounds increase in intensity. You'll play that right hand lead part up high for the whole song up here. And that leaves this whole mid-range open for the piano parts and the quieter parts of the song, like the quiet chorus. The left hand is in octaves for the whole song, except for the down choruses where you'll play single notes here in this upper hand range. I also wanted to point out that no sound will come from these bottom 3 keys. So just be careful for where your left hand notes are. So this bottom one is going to be here, and then you're going to have these ones as well. For the intro, you'll have the mod wheel at 25. You'll play right hand melody up high that repeats often throughout the song in different sections. So here's just right hand slowly. Here's hands together. Verse 1, you'll have the mod wheel at 0. You'll have just played the intro with the mod wheel at 25, and I find the easiest thing to do is to play the first chord of the verse and then move the mod wheel to the position you want. You can use that technique throughout the song, or check out the demo to see how I move the mod wheel in the different sections. Sometimes I try to move it right before the first chord, and sometimes I move it right after. You can figure out what will work best for you. You'll play the same right hand part as you do in the intro up high on the keyboard, and you'll do the same part for all 3 verses. At the end of verse 1 and verse 2, you'll play the same parts one more time through the progression as a tag, and you'll have the mod wheel at 50 for that part. So here's the right hand part. Here's hands together. The only change for verse 2 is you'll keep the mod wheel at 50 after that tag instrumental, and otherwise you'll play it the same, and it has that tag again for 4 chords after it. For verse 3, after the first down chorus, you'll bring your mod wheel up to 75, but otherwise you play the same part. For the first chorus, which is a down chorus, you'll keep your mod wheel at 50. You'll keep it there for the first half, and then you'll move it back down to 25 for the second half, like you did for the intro. You'll play some simple chords in the right hand for the first half of the chorus, and then the hand moves up for that lead melody like in the verses and intro. For the first half, left hand will play single notes in the upper left hand range, and then move down for full octaves. I like to play it like this. Here's both hands together. after this chorus, and you'll bring your mod wheel to 50 for that and continue with the right hand lead part and the left hand in octaves. For chorus 2, after verse 3, you'll have the mod wheel at 75 and continue with the right hand lead part as before. It's otherwise the same. There's another down chorus at the end of the song, and you'll bring the mod wheel down to 25 if you want to. I kind of like to bring it just down to 50 to have a little bit more of the pad in there still, but you can bring it down as far as you'd like to. You'll want to play this the same as your first chorus, except with chords for the whole thing and no leads. Check out the demo to see how I like to play it. For the bridge, you'll have the mod wheel at 100. You'll again be playing the right hand lead part you've played in the other sections of the song, with left hand still in octaves. The only change in the lead part here is that when you have your 5 chord, you'll play the 7th note of your scale on the last note of the lead. I also want to mention that throughout most of the song you hold each chord for 4 beats. Here in the bridge, each chord is held for 2, except for the final note on the 5 chord at the halfway point and ending of the bridge, and it holds for 4. I'll go ahead and play half the bridge so you can hear what all this sounds like together. Now just to review the different mod wheel positions, you'll start the song, the mod wheel at 25 for your intro, and you'll bring it all the way back down to 0 for your first verse. Then you'll bring it up to 50 for the tag after the first verse, as well as the second verse and that tag and your first down chorus. Then you'll have it here at 75 for your third verse, as well as your big chorus. And you'll bring it all the way up to 100 for your final bridge at the end. Now, before I let you go, I wanted to let you know there's a Facebook group called Sunday Sounds Insiders, where you can find a community of like-minded worship leaders and musicians, behind-the-scenes videos, sneak peeks, last-minute troubleshooting help, and it would be awesome to see you in there. Until then, I'm Joy with Sunday Sounds. See you next time.